Do you want to start off by filming me?
Oldest name was Holy Jesus.
Do I click the middle button?
It's rolling now. Is it green? Hi everyone, it's Jennifer McCreath. It's freezing. It is part 2 of our long day's journey of Transgender Day of Remembrance Newfoundland tour. November 19th, 2013. It's now 7:45 a.m. We're standing just beside City Hall in the War Memorial of Clarenville, Newfoundland. And today we are going to have a Transgender Day of Remembrance ceremony event. You actually see the program now? We do have programs, we got agendas. Going to have a quick intro, history of Transgender Day of Remembrance, letters of support, special speeches, then we'll light a candle and read the names of the victims. First of all, International Trans Day of Remembrance occurs annually November 20th. Today to memorialize those who've been killed as a result of transphobia, hatred or fear, as well as those who've committed suicide. The idea was created in 1998 by Gwendolyn Ann Smith, transgender graphic designer, activist from California, to memorialize the murder of Rita Hester, a trans woman from Massachusetts. It has since grown into such a large entity. It's now recognized in more than 20 countries, over 200 cities. And for the very first time, we are here in Clarenville, Newfoundland, among other cities, celebrating and recognizing this event. At this time, I'd like to call upon a very special guest to deliver a speech. Well-known LGBT activist, trans ally, and political guru, Sarah Downey.
Good afternoon. My name is Sarah Downey. I'm here on the T-Door tour with Jennifer this 19th of November 2013. I'm here to participate as a trans ally and to offer a cis perspective on this day. I'm really hoping that our tour across the province can bring light to any trans persons that are out or closeted or thinking about coming out in small communities, especially when there is a little bit of a stigma within these communities, and I guess not much of an enlightenment from lack of exposure to out trans people. Our day today is meant to memorialize the memory of our fallen trans brothers and sisters and bring to light the effects that transphobia can have on the trans population. I'm hoping that we can drum up a little bit of attention toward the policies regarding gender expression and identity within our province, and that our tour will help progressively bring these motions forward. Thank you, Jennifer.
Excellent. Now we will turn the camera back to me. Exciting times as of the past few weeks. The provincial government has announced plans to add gender identity and gender expression into our Human Rights Act. And there's been an ongoing bill at the federal level as well. With that in mind, I've reached out to politicians at all levels of government, all political parties, and invited them to either attend or to present some sort of statement, and I'm honored to read a couple of brief statements that have been forwarded on to me, if I can find them. There's one. 3. Greetings on behalf of the federal NDP party, sent by Jack Harris, the MP for the riding of St. John's East. He says, I'd like to join support and recognition of International Transgender Day of Remembrance. those who lost their lives due to violence and suicide, to take note and recognize the importance of their lives. It's a sad reflection of the failure to understand and appreciate humanity and the challenges faced by transgender people who died simply for being themselves. I express hope that a greater understanding of the transgender community, recognition of rights and equality, and non-discrimination eventually bring an end to these needless tragic losses. Jack Harris, MP. Now greetings from the provincial New Democratic Party, the Justice critic Jerry Rogers. I'm very excited that the government is introducing a bill to amend the Human Rights Act to include gender identity and gender expression. This is a result of a lot of hard work by the community. I'm proud to have been a part of that hard work. Hopefully by Thursday we will be debating this in the House, and in the next few weeks we'll have a new Human Rights Act. Congratulations everyone, let's celebrate all the hard work, and then let's move on and work towards the needs that need to be taken care of for the health care for trans folks. I applaud all the incredible work Jennifer McCreath has done and her persistence that these issues are important and visible, and that the voices of trans people are heard. Jerry Rogers. Now the duo of independent MHAs, Dale Kirby and Chris Mitchell-Moore, have sent greetings as well. On this TDOR, we ask to recall the words of Martin Luther King. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. As we remember those who've lost their lives due to anti-trans violence, remember too that love can and will overcome hate. On this day, we recommit ourselves to working to achieve equality, fairness, and dignity for all trans people. Dale Kirby and Chris Mitchell-Moore, MHAs. Finally, page numbers might have been a better idea. Illinois, 2 years ago, became the only trans person to seek a seat in federal public office in Ontario. I recently ran for Deputy Mayor of the City of St. John's, and her speech is so excellent I'm going to beg, borrow, and steal from it and read a few excerpts right now. This is from both Kristen and myself. I ran not because I'm trans, but because I wanted to stand up for something I believed in. Never accept limits put on us by others. Increased visibility in mainstream society brings better understanding, more acceptance, hopefully will lead to the end of transphobia. Now, we're going to attempt to light a candle and have a moment of silence. Do we bring the candles, or? Once again, I'm going to ask Sarah Downey to undergo the proceedings here. I don't know. Okay, well, we've lit the candle. Probably not going to stay lit, but let's read the names of the victims. I guess we'll go back to me to read the list. This is an official list presented by I'm sure there's many more that did not make this list. Take note that many of these victims at a young age are people of color, and in many cases died of very vicious and brutal mechanisms. Natalia Sotero, age 20, gunshot wound, Brazil. Rafael de Silva Tavares, age 21, Rio de Janeiro, gunshots. Valeria was beaten to death with sticks at the age of 30 in Brazil. An unknown woman had her skull crushed from stoning in Teofila Otiani, Brazil. Joeles dos Santos, shot in the left breast, died at the age of 22, also in Brazil. Wagner Paula Rodriguez was stoned to death at the age of 42 in Brazil. An unidentified woman was killed due to severe head injuries and the body was thrown under a truck in Brazil. Otavio Nascimento Valadares, gunshot wound to the head, age 20, also in Brazil. We have a 13-year-old trans person who was hung to death in Brazil. Ronald Fatosa Souza, beaten to death, severe head injuries, age 26. Mato Grosso, Brazil. Fabio da Conceição Machado was stoned to death at the age of 26. Mambuca, Brazil. Jorge Luciano Soares de Oliveira, blow to the head, age 38, Brazil. Rosa Fernando Dominguez was stabbed to death, stabbed in the eye and the neck, age 36, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Several more unidentified folks killed in Brazil, too many literally to name. Del Valle Jose Alves Pereira, beheaded and burned with the trans partner sitting in the home, age 37, Brazil. Partner was beheaded and burned as well. Fernanda Queiroz was beaten to death and set on fire. Mato Grosso, Brazil. Angel Gonzalez was shot. Guadalajara, Mexico. Ashley Sinclair was beaten and shot in the head in Orlando, Florida, United States of America. Kelly Young shot dead in Baltimore, Maryland. Palmira Garcia, scalped, tortured, lacerated in the face, Venezuela, 37 years old. Unknown entity strangled in Istanbul, Turkey. Naomi Estrada, 19 years old, shot to death, Guadalajara, Mexico. Trans woman named Karen was beheaded, stabbed, Oaxaca, Mexico. Tiffany Hodder, age 19, multiple stab wounds, Georgetown, Guyana. Adan Iglesias, shot dead in the Honduras at the age of 20. Daniel Mendoza Ricardo Macias was stabbed to death in Mexico. Dominic Newburn, stabbed to death in Fontana, California, age 31. Islan Nettles, blunt force trauma, Harlem, New York, United States of America. Dwayne Jones, beaten, stabbed, shot, and run over by a car, Montego Bay, Jamaica. He was 16 years old. Semenya Dove, stabbed, tied with a rope to a block of concrete, thrown in a pond. 23 years old, Cleveland, Ohio, United States of America. Renato Espinoza Reyes was shot to death in Tacula, Mexico, age 23. Jason Ramirez Acosta, stabbed in the face, chest, and abdomen in Colombia, age 22. Erica Morgan, 26 years old, in Brunswick, New Jersey, stabbed to death. Mylene, age 42, bludgeoned to death with a hammer in Limoges, France. Yvonne Young, 22 years old, tied up, beaten with fists, choked with a chain, bag taped over his head, shot, set on fire, discarded in a dumpster, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. United States of America. Artigas Conyell Madden, shot in the neck, Savannah, Texas, United States. Dora Oseraz, age 24, stabbed to death in Turkey. Several more unknown women shot in Brazil. Natasha, age 27, shot in Brazil. Brunette Nascimento Chagas, 22 years old, beaten to death with sticks in Brazil. Unknown woman found floating in a gully in Houston, Texas. Unknown body strangled and dumped in a pasture, Brazil. Naked body thrown from a bridge, Hillary Molina Mendiola, Mexico City, Mexico. S.R. Thison. Multiple stab wounds to the hand and legs were tied with a string. Face was covered with a plastic. Malaysia, 31 years old. Diamond Williams. Dismembered, body parts thrown into a field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 31 years old. Terry Golston, shot dead, Shreveport, Louisiana. Jacques Maurice McKinney, shot dead, Shreveport, Louisiana. Dickie Othman, hand and legs bound, mouth stuffed with a piece of cloth, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Fatima Woods, stabbed in the torso, Rochester, New York. Melanie Smith, age 28, beaten to death, Baldwin Park, California. 18-year-old unknown, shot dead in Brazil. Castro da Silva, body dumped in an advanced state of decomposition, Brazil, age 23. Stoned person, beaten to death, age 21, Brazil. Unidentified body found dumped into a stream in an advanced state of decomposition in Brazil. And Amari White, multiple gunshot wounds, Richmond, Virginia, United States of America. As we take this moment to reflect, let's make sure their lives are not lost in vain, and that those of us that are still alive, both trans and cis, take the steps necessary to raise education and awareness, to combat the fighting, combat the homophobia, transphobia, put an end to this type of violence so that we don't have to keep reading out these names year after year. Yeah, one final thought. Christopher Higdon is a trans man in Newfoundland. He is organizing a petition to have the healthcare policies changed here. At the end of the ceremony, folks who would like to sign this can do so. I'm McCreath. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you. A few of you who managed to come out here this morning in this freezing weather. This is 7:30 in the morning. Let's hope by our presence here, as little and as small as we are, that if there are trans people in the town of Clarenville and other towns like Clarenville across Newfoundland, across Canada, trans people, don't be afraid to stand up, be yourselves, and reach out to others and make the world a better place. Thank you everyone. I'm McCreath. Have a great day.